What's wrong, Ash? Why do you look so down?
Sam, this is very serious and this is really important. Have you watched Universal Television logo bloopers 259, wishy-washy hostile takeovers on G4P TV's channel last time?
Yes, I did. I watched a video of Seth Rollins taking over G4P TV, taking control of the G4P TV studios building. Norman and his G4P TV friends got locked up in a cage, and got stuck in a cage for 3 months, which is the whole summer. But luckily, Natalie gave Seth Rollins a belt beating and sent him back to his infernal realm, as a punishment in his channel.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Natalie Ninja is not in the mood. The reason why Natalie Ninja is not in the mood is because when she finished watching Universal Television logo bloopers 259, wishy-washy hostile takeovers, she got so furious at Seth Rollins for taking over G4P TV, trapping Norman Jones and his G4P TV friends inside the cage, and locking them for the whole summer. So yeah, that's why. Not to mention, Natalie Ninja is also raging over Seth Rollins's plan being succeed.
Oh great, not this again. First Benno is raging over 6-7, and now Natalie is raging over Seth Rollins's evil plan being succeed. I mean, yes, I get that all the G4P TV fans are angry at Seth Rollins for taking over G4P TV and trapping Norman and his friends inside a cage for the whole summer. But crashing out or throwing a raging fit over it is not going to help anything.
I agree with you, Sam, and because of this, Natalie Ninja is going to get her revenge on Seth Rollins for what he did to Norman Jones and his friends. By protesting him, she's going to protest Seth Rollins by demanding him to stop taking over G4P TV and unlock Norman Jones and his friends from the cage. And if Seth Rollins refused to do so, Natalie is going to end the Seth Rollins arc early by herself.
Holy shnikes. Why would Natalie Ninja wanted to end the Seth Rollins arc early instead of June 2027 just because Seth Rollins refused to stop taking over G4P TV and unlock Norman and his friends from the cage? I mean, this is ridiculous. If Kenny Clark and Maverick heard that, they'd be outraged.
Well said, Sam. Just because Seth Rollins refused to stop taking over G4P TV and refused to unlock Norman Jones and his friends from the cage at Seth Rollins Evil Incorporated doesn't mean Natalie could just end the Seth Rollins arc early. Well, without Maverick's permission anyway. I hope Natalie Ninja gets her shit together, best cool it and control her anger eventually.
Yeah, and don't forget about Benno, because he's crashing out over 6-7. So he also needs to get his shit together, best cool it, take deep breaths, eat some Snickers, and control his anger.
Exactly, and I know just the person whom I need to call. Hey Colton Tackett, please come over to the electromagnetic studio immediately. We need to have a discussion involving Benno and Natalie Ninja.
Yeah, what is it, Ashley?
Colton, this is very serious. Benno is crashing over 6-7. And Natalie Ninja is crashing out over Seth Rollins being taken over G4P TV and trapped Norman Jones and his friends inside the cage at Seth Rollins Evil Incorporated building. Benno and Natalie have both lost their minds.
Wait, so you're telling me that Benno and Natalie are both throwing a raging fit over the 6-7 meme and Seth Rollins' evil plan being succeed?
That's right, Colton. Benno and Natalie are very furious because of this. Not to mention, Natalie Ninja even claims that if Seth Rollins refused to stop taking over G4P TV, get out of the G4P TEG Studios building and let Norman and his friends out of the cage, she will end the Seth Rollins arc early without Maverick's permission. Not just Maverick's permission, but also the ICG crew's permission.
Oh my gosh, this is the second time that has happened. Well, don't you worry, Ashley. I will use my laser eye powers on Benno to calm him down again. I will zap him so that Benno can calm him down, get his shit together, take deep breaths, and best cool it from his anger.
Thanks, Colton. But what about Natalie Ninja? I mean, who's going to zap Natalie to calm her down?
A member of the Spy Ninjas, Shinobi, will use his laser eye powers on Natalie to calm her ass down again. So maybe Natalie Ninja can get her shit together. Best cool it, control her anger, take deep breaths, and stop throwing a raging fit. And don't worry, Shinobi will arrive the electromagnetic studio as soon as possible.
Great. So maybe Benno and Natalie can calm themselves down, control their anger and get their shits together. Because if they don't, not only they'll be getting bad cards in Mason Velez's Behavior Card Day 2026, but also for not participating in Mason Velez's Character Elimination 2026 contest. So I hope they better calm down and best cool it, or there'll be serious consequences for the both of them.
Well said, Ash. But let's just wait for Shinobi to arrive at the electromagnetic studio, so that he and Colton can use their laser eye powers in Natalie and Benno to calm them down, just like when my wife Anna used her laser eye powers in me a few times in Dave Madsen's channel.
You said it, Sam. Now let's take Mehdi Kemui to McDonald's for his special surprise. I'll text Holly Chen, Molly McGee and they're the Hungarian Galaxy friends and they can follow us there.